Welcome back to another episode of Who's On First. I'm your host, Dwayne.
And I'm Jason.
And before we start, please subscribe to us to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Who's On First. Follow us on TikTok. TikTok's doing well. Who's On First _. Also, you can follow or you can listen to the podcast on all DSPs, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just type in Who's On First and we will pop up. But let's get to finally we have some movement on the trade deadline front, and it just happens to be from the mighty Angels. Jason's Angels have made a deal, a significant deal.
Well, we needed it. Well,
Definitely.
did we need it though? Did we really need it?
I mean, Urshela, he's out for a
So
while or for
Urshela's
the
out for the
season.
year.
Yeah,
Rendon back on the list.
right.
Uh, Nieto's on it right now. But before we talk about this trade, we have someone in the minor leagues who was sent down at the beginning of the season because he was being a bum, but now he's found it in the minor leagues, and I'm curious why they didn't bring him back up, and that's David Fletcher. David Fletcher's hitting 383 right now.
I don't know. I
So
mean,
I feel like it's a bigger issue because he has been producing since he's been down. So I feel like it's a bigger issue with Fletcher. So it just makes me wonder what upcoming moves are going to happen
yeah,
because this would have thought like, okay, yeah, you have this, but you have someone who's you paid a contract to, regardless if it's a club friendly, but you still invested that money because you thought, and it just makes me think what's going on in that front office.
I mean, him and Adele. Adele's been tearing it up for like the last 4, 5, 6 weeks.
The pitch. There it goes! Deep to left center. It's up there, it's out there, and it's long gone! That may be the longest ball I've ever seen hit. It's a 3-run blast on a 3-0 pitch, and we are tied at 11.
Man, he's killing the ball.
And nothing. And I'm really interested to see.
And I know Ward isn't doing good. Like you can send Ward down,
right?
bring up Adele, let him try to figure it out.
So I'm also very interested to see what they are trying to do. But
let's get into the trade. Let's get into it.
Yes, the Angels acquired third baseman Eduardo Escobar in cash considerations from the New York Mets in exchange for minor league right-handed pitchers Landon Marceau. Did I get that right? Something like that. And Coleman Crow.
What does Escobar mean to you, and what has he meant to this club over the last couple of years?
Man, Esky, one of the best teammates I've ever had. He's an amazing player. I just find out literally in the dugout. We're going to miss him a lot. I don't know where he went, but wherever he goes, hopefully he get the opportunity and help that team win. You know, he's one of the players that is good with the culture, and, you know, we're going to miss him a lot.
The Angels have made, I guess, they called the first shot in the trade deadline. What do you think about the Angels landing Eduardo Escobar?
So what I like about this trade was the two prospects that are going back are ranked their 19th and 20th prospects. So it's not like they're like the best, but they're decent. They're decent. They could turn up. But what I really like about this deal is the Angels are only paying the minimum on this contract. So they are paying the minimum for a proven infielder. Is he the best? No, but is he a good upgrade for them right now? Because Velasquez looks horrible tonight. Like everyone's been injured. So yeah, I feel like it's a great trade. It's a low risk when you're paying the minimum on a contract. It's low risk. Unless these two prospects come out to be like the best pitchers ever,
which is always the fear.
Yeah, but if you don't try it, then they're trying to keep Ohtani. They're trying to get to the playoffs, keep everyone happy. Mike Trout was interviewed by Mookie, and he said he's doing everything he can.
Right.
So
take that for what you will.
Are you pulling out all the stops to convince Ohtani to stay during free agency?
100%. Who wouldn't want that guy on the team?
How much do you think he'll get in free agency?
I think he's anywhere between 5 and 6.
Do you know how many M's that is?
That's a lot of M's. I mean, I asked a lot of people this. How many years do you think he has of doing both?
I would say of doing both.
5 or 6?
Yeah,
that's
5 or
tough,
6.
bro. I mean, you know, we play every day. Like, we know how to grind.
Especially as his level. He's not just out there just getting some hits and clogging up bases. He's getting off the mound, starting, and then he's leading off the inning.
I gotta give it to him, bro. He works, man. But I think anywhere between 5 and 6.
That's so much money.
That's a lot of money.
What's your take on this trade?
I have always liked Eduardo Escobar from the Arizona days when he got traded from the Twins to Arizona, because he's a nightmare, especially when he's on.
But he hit like 30 something for Arizona or something.
Right, switch hitter. Good pop from the left side. The right side he's okay, but from the left side he has a lot of pop. But really a good clubhouse guy. Never heard really a bad thing about the guy. And in that lineup, if you put him anywhere after or somewhere just around Trout and Ohtani, I expect him to do a whole hell of a lot better. And I think this is actually, I can't complain about this move. But I will say it is very interesting that they did give up the 19th and 20th prospects in the organization because they didn't want to pay any of Escobar's remaining salary. So that lends me to believe that they're still trying to save as much payroll as they can, because I believe the threshold is like 230
something. Yeah.
Like I think it's like 6 or something like that. But if they're going to make a significant upgrade, I believe it's going to be in the pitching realm, and they're going to take on whatever contract they have to take on. So I'm assuming you can add a Stroman to that, a Lance Lynn. Bieber's not making really too much. But you know, they're clearly gearing up to try to land a frontline pitcher to go in that rotation. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I like Escobar. I feel like he'll fit right in there.